They dared me to touch the stone the elders warned us about. I thought it was just superstition, until something followed me home. My name is Kitoi. I'm from a small Maasai village near the Loita Hills in Kenya. All my life, I heard one rule from the elders. Never touch the black stone inside the enkidong shrine. It belongs to the spirits. The shrine is only a low mud wall with a roof of grass. Inside, on a wooden stool, sits a shiny black stone as big as a fist. Our warriors say it fell from the sky long ago. We pour milk on it during drought. We never, ever touch it. I was 18, proud and foolish. I wore my red shuka, brass bracelets, and beaded belt. I thought rules were for children. One night, the older warriors dared me. Kitoi, go in, lift the stone, and bring it out. Prove you are fearless. I laughed. I walked into the shrine. The air smelled like old milk and smoke. I could hear my own heart beating. I picked up the stone. It felt warm, like living skin. Something moved inside it, like a slow pulse. I stepped outside and raised it in my hand. The warriors cheered. Then everything went silent. Even the crickets stopped. A cold wind came from nowhere. My shuka pressed flat against my chest. The stone turned ice cold. I tried to drop it, but my fingers would not open. In the dark, I saw a shape near the crawl gate. Tall, thin, wearing no shuka. Its eyes shone like wet ash. It spoke without a mouth. Give it back. My legs gave out. The stone slipped. When it hit the earth, it cracked in two. The shape was gone. The wind stopped. The crickets sang again. The elders heard the noise and ran. When they saw the broken stone, they wailed like mourners. That night, they shaved my head. They wrapped my hands in goat hide and told me to sit alone by the cattle all night. I thought the punishment was over. I was wrong, because every night since, I hear a knock on my hut wall. Not with a hand, with something hard, stone on wood. It always knocks 3 times. I never open the door, but I feel it standing there, waiting. At first, I thought the spirit would leave me alone if I said sorry. So the next morning, I went back to the enkidong, the shrine. The 2 broken pieces of the stone were still there, on the dirt. I knelt. I poured milk on the pieces like the elders do during blessing times. I said the words I remembered hearing as a child. Loiben lunkai, forgive me. I didn't know. But nothing happened. That night, the knocking came again. 3 knocks. 1, 2, 3. Then silence. I sat in the dark, holding my spear, sweating, heart racing. But when I opened the door, nothing. No wind. No voice. No spirit. Just the dry grass of the plains waving under the moon. But the next day, strange things started. Our lead bull, the one with spiral horns, dropped dead in the crawl. No wound. No sickness. Just collapsed. Then my younger sister, Nolari, got sick. She kept saying she saw a man with no eyes sitting outside our hut at night. We thought it was fevered dreams. Until I saw him too. That night, I woke up and heard whispering from outside. I looked through the wall crack. There he was. Tall. Skin like burnt bark. No eyes. No shuka. His chest moved like he was breathing, slow and heavy. He turned toward me. Even without eyes, I knew he could see me. I screamed. The elders came running. But the spirit was gone. Ol Sentu, the old Loiben, spiritual leader, came to my father's hut the next morning. He smelled like herbs and ash. His walking stick had snake carvings and a cow's tooth tied with red string. He said, "The stone was not just a stone. It held the spirit of the first warrior, the protector. Now you've broken the seal." I told him I was sorry. He looked at me and said something I'll never forget. Apology means little to a spirit bound in silence. Then he looked at my hands. The skin had started cracking, like they were drying from inside. He whispered something to my father, and that night, they tied my hands with beads and black goat hide and made me sleep in the cattle kraal again. That was the night it all became real. I couldn't sleep. The cows were restless. They kept looking toward the far fence. Their ears twitched. Their bodies pressed together in fear. Then I heard it. Not footsteps. Not knocking. But the sound of stones scraping across stone. I looked up, and there he was, inside the kraal, standing across from me, holding the two broken halves of the stone in his hands. He didn't move, didn't speak, just stared, even with no eyes. I felt him staring into my bones. Then he dropped the pieces to the ground, and when they hit the soil, the earth shook just a little. I passed out. When I woke, I was in Ol Senta's hut. He was burning herbs over my chest, drawing lines with chalk. I couldn't move, couldn't speak. Only listen, he said. The only way to end this is to give the stone a body, a vessel. It must return to the earth, but not alone. I didn't understand what he meant, but I found out the next day. He told my father they had to bury the broken stone pieces with me, alive. I'll stop here for now, but if you want to know how I escaped, or if I escaped at all, you need to hear what happened that final night, when they led me to the shrine, the village singing death songs behind me. They didn't sing for long. The songs turned into low humming, almost like growls. No one would meet my eyes. I was wrapped in a plain red shuka, not the bright warrior kind, but one used to cover the dead. Around my wrists and ankles, they tied black goat hide. The smell of ash and old blood was strong in the air. Ol Senta led the way. Behind him, four elders carried a wooden box with the two broken stone pieces inside. I walked barefoot behind them, through dry grass and silence. We reached the shrine near the river bend, the same one where I had broken the stone. There, they had dug a hole. It wasn't deep, just enough for one body, or something between. You must lie in it, Ol Senta said, and let the spirit see your fear. I wanted to scream, to run, but I had broken the rule, and the only way out was through it. I lay down. Cold dirt touched my back. The elders placed the broken pieces of stone on my chest. I didn't move. I couldn't. They began chanting. Low, heavy, in a tongue I didn't know. Then everything went black. I thought I was dead, but in the darkness, I heard footsteps. Not from above, from beside me. Then a voice, rough like wind dragging stones, spoke. You broke my silence. You opened the gate. I wanted to speak, but my mouth wouldn't move. Now I am not bound by earth, but you are. Suddenly, I saw visions. A warrior long ago, tied by elders, buried with a stone to trap his spirit after he defied the chief. His scream, echoing through time, trapped inside the stone I shattered. His eyes, carved out so he could never see the sky again. Then I saw myself lying in the same hole, wrapped like he was. We were mirrors, but he reached toward me, not to hurt me, to trade places. I jolted awake. The chanting had stopped. Ol Senta stared at me, his face pale. He chose, he said. I didn't understand. You saw him, and you lived. But the price was set. I couldn't speak for 3 days. And when I finally could, I didn't tell anyone what the spirit had said to me next. If you ever return to this place, I will finish what you started. Years passed. I left the village, tried to live a normal life with another clan far from Loita Hills. I married, had a daughter, but some nights, I still hear 3 knocks before I sleep. 1, 2, 3, then silence. One day, my daughter came to me holding something. It was a small stone, smooth and gray. I found it near the fig tree, she said. It was glowing. I took it from her, and my heart nearly stopped. It had a crack, a faint carving on one side, a spiral like the one on the shrine wall. I knew then, the spirit had followed me. So I built a fence of red ochre and herbs around our house. I wear black beads on my wrist, the kind meant for banishing the restless dead. And I teach my daughter never to touch what she doesn't understand. Because the Maasai believe the land holds memory. Some things buried should stay that way.